Hello and welcome to episode 4 of our Genoa rebuild. Now, I did say I was going to come back for the last games against Napoli and Torino. However, we're currently sitting in 4th spot. I'm not kind of sure how this has happened, but we're sitting in 4th. We're on 54 points. We have played a game more than Roma, but our run of form has been absolutely fantastic. So obviously, we drew to Juventus 2-2. We beat Inter 2-1. We've beaten Atlanta 2-1. Salernitana, we beat them 2-0. And then we've just beaten Hellas Verona 4-1. I wanted to come back to this one because Ivan Azan, he's finally got his goal. He broke his leg. Sadness that was, but Ivan Azan has opened his account for Genoa Cricket Football Club, and it was one of the worst goals you'll ever see, but we'll go through the highlights anyway. Mbula got Hellas Verona off the mark with a fantastic run and gave it into Thomas Henry. Nice little poacher's finish that, but we came back on the 17th minute. Frendrup to Sanchez to Malinowski. Nice finish into the bottom corner. Quite a long intro this one's going to be. Mbula then with a weird pass, hefty, heads it to Sanchez. Baldanzi, lovely shot from distance, just outside the box. Malinowski then swings it into the box, picks it up again, hefty. Poor goalkeeping by Montipo to concede the third. And then this was the 4th goal. Sanchez down the left. Farioni passes it to Ivan Azan, who puts it in the net. Lovely stuff. But as I said, we are sitting in 4th spot. We've got a youth intake to run through as well, but hit that intro. Now, remember when we had a 4.5 star excellent intake? It looks alright. It does look alright. We've got 4 elite talents. This Filippo Gherardini, who's a 1.5 star, potential 3.5 to 4.5 star player. He's a goalkeeper, 15 years old. He's 5'10", he's quite small. He hasn't got much jumping reach. But 14 reflexes, 11 one-on-ones, 13 handling and 13 command of his area. Big future ahead for Filippo Gherardini. Consistent performer as well. Could improve a lot in the future. I really hope he does. Personality wise, it's just as balanced, but hopefully that can change. Promising goalkeeper. So well done Gherardini for that one. Then we have a right midfielder, Daniele Fontana, 1 star, current, 4, potentially 5 star in the future. Again, 15 years old, he's 5'11". He's got nice mentals here for such a young player. 16 work rate, 15 teamwork, 15 determination as well, which is nice. 12 bravery, 11 aggression. He could be a very good player going forward. Our coaches believe that he can also improve a lot in the future. Not a lot known about this. Apparently they're trying to say he's a centre forward. He's got 10 finishing, 9 first touch, 10 crossing, which would explain the right winger position as well. Unambitious, not what we like to see. However, again, potential 4 to 5 star player coming in. Another one is a left midfielder, Luca Valentini. What a fantastic name. 17 determination. The mentals again, 1 leadership isn't great, but 14 work rate, 17 determination, 15 bravery, 14 aggression. 9 passing, 10 marking. He can't really be a defensive midfielder there, but it's saying ball winning midfielder here. His tackling's not great, so I don't really think that's going to be the case. 3.5 to 4.5 star player. Looking good. He is looking good. There's a few cons there, which isn't great. Fairly determined personality, quite happy with that. With a determination of 17 as well, hopefully he can improve. Physically, he's 6 foot at 16 years old. He's not going to be very fast, so someone to sit in the middle of the park to mop up the play is kind of what we're looking at there. So 15 long shots then, 15 long shots, 15 technique. Exciting to see what Luca Valentini can do. Also, Roberto Barossi, 1.5 star player, current 4 to 5 star player, potential, 15 years old, he's 5'7". I mean, again, the mentals, they're coming through quite nicely here. 13 work rate, 15 teamwork, 15 determination, 14 flair, 13 decisions, 12 aggression, 13 finishing, which is nice as well. Potentially can be an attacking midfielder going forward. Resilient personality. Coach report says he's going to be a consistent performer, which is good. Mentally tough and quite resilient. Very happy with that. I mean, 5'7", he's quite small. Could he be a future Francesco Totti? Hopefully. Saying that, are there any descriptions? No. But promising midfielder, which is good. And then lastly, a striker, Lekan Amateo. He's Nigerian, with obviously Italian nationality as well. 15 years old, 5'11". I mean, he's got 11 finishing, 11 heading, 11 long shots, 14 technique, 17 aggression, which is really good for a striker. You want him to be quite aggressive. 14 flair, 13 composure. I mean, strength is 4. We need to get him in the weights room there. But Lekan Amateo, very exciting to see this. Actually, are there any media descriptions? I mean, promising striker. I want to see if any are going to be the next. Here you go. Dubbed the next Dino's off. Cool. Dino's off. Well, welcome to the club. Nothing for Daniele Fontana. Luca Valentini. Nothing there, but he supports Genoa, so well done, Luca. And then 2 top talents here. Andrea Chitti as a right midfielder. Again, 15 years old, 5'10", 17 flair, 14 aggression. Don't really see a lot coming from him. Temperamental personality, which isn't good, especially with the aggression that's there as well. Yeah, possesses pace, could prove a lot in the future. We hope he can. But, 15 years of age. It's nice just to get some good players coming through the academy. And then Nicolo Fontana. I wonder if he's related to Daniele Fontana. He's a centre-back. 15 tackling, which is good. 9 jumping reach, which isn't so good. 15 years of age. 2.5 star potential, which isn't good. He's not related to Daniele Fontana. But yeah, we'll see how we do go further on. But for now, I said we was going to come back for 2 games. They are Napoli and Torino, so I'll see you there. Not sure what's going on. We've just beat Frosinone 2-1. We got a red card in the 43rd minute. Malinowski and Retegui on the score sheet once again. And I'm not quite sure where this puts us in the league table, but I think we're in Champions League football as we speak. So 6 games to go. Again, I'm coming back for Napoli and for Torino, but Torino are out of the European spaces now. And now we've just gone 2-1 up against Udinese. Lovely little goal this was. Not Pierre Van Hooijdonk, Sidney Van Hooijdonk. Sanchez drove into the box. Frendrup finds Van Hooijdonk on a lovely left-footed finish into the bottom. Currently the tactic that we are using is another variation of a 4-3-3. It's very attacking up front. We are going to kind of stick as we are. Or are we using that formation? No idea. And another win. I'm a little bit scared here, I'll be honest, because we are not good enough for any kind of Europe. But we're currently in 4th. Yes, we played a game more, but we're 4 points ahead of Roma and Lazio, and we're 5 points ahead of Torino. Now, our schedule, we've got Cagliari, who are in bottom, Lazio, Torino, Napoli and Milan. What a horrible 4 games they are. But anyway, Cagliari, they're in 20th. I think if we win that, I don't know. Let's not think about it. If I win, I'll come back. Now, one player to bring attention to, Ruslan Malinovsky, has been in fantastic form this season. 2 player of the matches, 6 assists, 5 goals, 7.10 rating. He's on loan from Atlanta. I said in the last episode that we needed to look at future centre midfielders. He's just done his cruciate ligaments. He's out for 9 to 11 months. He's gone. Sad news. His career's pretty much over, I reckon. Good job. We didn't even attempt to buy him here. Malinovsky, rest in peace. So, game against Cagliari. We've just gone 1-0 up in the 80th minute. Sidney Van Hooijdonk again. Bainey into Van Hooijdonk. Lovely right-footed finish. Curled it around Scuffet. Is this going to be another win? I mean, we're in third. With 5... Going to get a nosebleed soon. Going to praise them for the last 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm not sure how this episode is going to actually end up. Maybe we just do this for the last 5 games? Who knows? 4 games. Right. Okay, we're in third. So the game against Lazio has ended 0-0. I think that's guaranteed us at least Europa League football or Conference League. I'm not too sure yet. So we're in third still. Obviously we've played a game more than the other teams around us. We're on 64 points and Torino have just come in at 7th on 56 points. It's looking pretty good. Although we have got Roma, Torino and Milan all to play. No, we haven't. We've got Napoli, Torino and Milan all to play in the last 3 games. It's looking good. Now we have got a massive game coming up. Our first live game of this episode. Obviously, because of how tight the race has been to get into qualification, that's why there's been little updates on each game as we have played. However, now we are in 6th place. We're on 64 points. We are 6 points ahead of Atlanta. I think we're going to be guaranteed Europa League football. However, we're only 1 point away from Roma and we've got a game in hand. And we're 2 points away from Milan on the same games played. I'll be honest, I don't want Champions League football. It's going to be way too early to get into. But if it does arrive, I won't begrudge ourselves winning. So, the team today to face Torino. De Gea in goal. He's been absolutely fantastic since he's come in. 16 appearances, 10 conceded, 7 clean sheets. Lovely stuff there. Dragusin, Lovato and Papetti. Now, our new centre-back partnership that has come in. To be fair, Lovato, 32 games played. He's only got 1 assist, but 6.91 rating. It's not the best, but he's only 24. A lot to improve. He's currently going through a slump of training. We need to rectify that as soon as we can. However, Papetti is on form. He is the other upward trajectory with his improved performances in training. Very happy with him. 15 heading, 14 jumping reach, 6'1". He's only 21 years of age. Hopefully, he can be a fantastic spine to our team going forward. Vazquez is going to be our left back. He may go in the summer, depending on how far we get on in our race for Europe. Strootman as our defensive midfielder, 34 years of age. He's out of contract next season. But yeah, not a lot to do there. Eric Sanchez, since we've moved him to the central midfielder on attack, he's done quite well. 1 player of the match, 3 assists, 2 goals in 11 games in the Serie A. Very happy with that. Baldanzi has had a breakout season. Absolutely thrilled with this guy. Although his transfer value has dropped down, it was at 10 to 12 million. Not sure what's caused that drop down here. But 28 games played, 2 player of the matches, 7 assists and 6 goals. But the main man, Retegui, 33 games played, 6 player of the matches, 3 assists, 23 goals, a 7.27 rating. Again, his value's poor, but it's not what it's about, is it? Let's get into the game. And I'm quite enjoying this tactic that we are playing. It just seems to give us a little bit more from our right to dream formation that we were playing. We need a point to qualify for the Europa Conference League, so go out and get it. Let's go with that one. Never seen that option before. And looking at the Torino team, Zapata, Ilic, Radonjic, they've got Carol Linetti as well. To be fair, is that team much better than ours? I'm not fully sure just yet. Our team obviously has performed way above expectations. I mean, if Torino win this, it may make it a little bit nervy to go into the end 2 games of the season, but we're away from home. We're going to demand more. One thing I have found as well is praising the players when you're winning seems to work. I don't know why, but it does seem to work. Possession wise in this, we are 61% at the minute. We've had 2 shots to Torino's 1. And the first highlight of the game comes 26 minutes in, and it is going to be Torino with the goal kick. Strootman winning the header, but Linetti gives it to Ilic. Zapata making the run there. That was poor defending. I don't know if it was Lovato or if it was Papetti, but very poor defending. He just got completely in his own head, I think, here. First of all, Lovato is trying to win that header, and then he just leaves Zapata, and yeah, very, very poor defending. Not what you want to see, but we have a kick-off highlight. Hopefully, we can get straight back into this game as Eden Hazard runs at the Torino defence, gives it back to Dragusin. Not a natural right back, but we needed defensive solidarity. Baldanzi now to Lovato, Frendrup. There are some nice little key triangle passes in this formation here, and the tactic as well. Strootman, poor ball, Linetti does cut it out, but he wins it back. Fantastic stuff there. Eric Sanchez to Retegui. I mean, a bit more power there, lads, and you would have got your 24th goal of the season. But promising stuff straight from the kickoff as well. Another highlight to ourselves. Vasquez down the left, swings it in, headed away quite easily by Schurz. Strootman wins it back though, fantastic. Ilic brings him down cynically. Baldanzi gives it out to Vasquez on the left hand side. Bit more of a slow approach now. 32 minutes played. I think maybe it came against the run of play, that goal, but little passes like that do not help our cause here. Duvan Zapata into Radonjic. It's gone from distance. De Gea with safe hands there. I mean, Frendrup, that pass was very disappointing to see. And we're just going to encourage them going into the last couple of minutes before half time. Now, we do need a goal, so I'm going to switch to our kind of more attacking formation here. And we are going to thrash our arms and tell them to get their acts together. So tactically, we're going with our 4-1, well, the 4-3-3. Vasquez, we're going to bring you off for Aaron. Although Aaron, no, you're very... match sharpness isn't there, so we won't bring you on just yet. Baldanzi, Hazard, Retegui, who's playing the worst? Baldanzi's playing the worst. Ivan Azan, we're going to bring you in. And we're going to stick as that for now. And as always, we are going to demand more. We need something out of this game, and we need it quite fast as well. We're going to push it into an attacking mentality. We need to go for the goal. Ilic swings it in, and Biongliomo headers it just over the bar. Probably butchered that, but oh well. Looking at the table, I mean, we are still in 6th place. A point would be fantastic, but nothing is happening just yet. Let's change our instructions around a little bit. We'll take these off. We're going to shoot on sight. Get some low crosses in. You know, forget that. Play for set pieces. Shorter passing. We'll have a much higher tempo here. Much shorter passing as well. Let's tiki-taka our way through. Counter press and counter. Maybe we'll regroup and then counter when we have won the ball. We'll get rid of that. Get rid of that. And we'll do a higher push as well. Can't do it there. We'll do a higher push in the hope that we can kind of create some space there. Hazard, I mean, Lovato, thanks for turning up, but that header wasn't anything to note about. As Vanja, he's going to bring the ball forward down. You know what, Retegui isn't not having a great game. Neither's Hazard as well, if we're being honest. Messias, we're going to bring you in. And Retegui, you know, we'll do Alejandro Gomez and we'll have Azon up front there. So Schurz easily heads it away. Bellanova now into Carolinetti. Duvan Zapata to Ilic. Now this is where it may come back and haunt us. We are pushing ourselves quite high up the pitch and it's been cannoned off the post. Bellanova, Pepetti, clear it out please. Linetti. Azon wins it in the air and gives it to Retegui. I mean, maybe this was a game too far for us. We've been on a fantastic run and it's all come crashing down now. I mean, we're not going to complain. We're overachieving in this league, as we are. And we are still 4 points ahead of Torino. So we only need one win from our last 2 games to guarantee ourselves Europa League football. As Linetti picks it up, Karam over the bar. I mean, it's been quite a flat game. I'm not happy with this at all. We are going to demand more. No reason why. It is the end of the game. But a little disappointing. Especially after our fantastic run that we have been on. I think we've won like the last 7 games or so. But not to be on this occasion. Let's see what the news in box does say about our winning run coming to an end. It hasn't said anything. If we look at the schedule, to be fair, we drew to Lazio before this game. But as we can see, even back to there, Monza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Our first loss in 15 games. It's not what you want to see. But it's made the game against Napoli all the harder to come against now. Another big news in the world of SsorLoser. We have now started our coaching course for a National A licence. If we just look at the manager here, where can we see it? Apparently my tactical style is tiki-taka. I don't think that is the case. But attributes wise, you can't even pretty much see that there. All very poor at the minute. Hopefully with our coaching courses that will improve upon. We're currently National B licence with a 1-star reputation. 1-star reputation, that should shoot up if we do get into European football, hopefully. But as I mentioned, we are 4 points ahead of Torino, 6 points ahead of Atlanta. I think we've guaranteed football to some degree. It's just a shame that we couldn't get that win or even a draw against Torino, but Napoli next and followed up by Milan. I mean, we need 3 points out of any of those. I reckon we can get Champions League football. But anyway, let's get into the next game, which is going to be against Napoli. But they're challenging for the title. Fiorentina are having a cracking season so far. Let's get into it. The final live game of Season 1. What a fantastic season so far. Absolutely loved it. It's nice to manage back in Italy as well. One of my favourite kind of leagues to manage in. Normally, my go-to save is Udinese, but Genoa, seeing at their history and it's a 100-year anniversary since they've last won anything, that's what made me do the series. And to be fair, I'm loving the tactic that has kind of arisen from our right to dream formation and tactic as well. Right, last time when we said need a point, you know what, outstretch our arms. You know what, play about pressure. We're so lucky to be where we are in this position already. Napoli's team, Osimhen, Kvaratskhelia, Helia, Zielinski, Politano. It's going to be tough. Let's just get into it. We are, luckily, 4 points ahead of the nearest team behind us. If we can get a point, I'll be happy. A point pretty much, I think, guarantees us Europa League. And it all depends on how Torino get on in their game as well. So, Lobotka, Mario, Rui. Feels like he's been around for ages, Rui. What has he got? Baldalzi tries to get it off him, but Rui wins it back. Retegui chase him down. Retegui's been on a little slump of form lately. He hasn't scored loads, and he was kind of missing in the last game as well. My microphone might have been slightly out of the way then, so apologies for that. But 7 minutes in, our stats, we're looking like we are in dominancy here. 4 shots, 2 on target. 49% possession has just dropped down, but for our demand more again, the team seems to be playing okay. Hazard, is he worth his 30,000 a week? I'm not fully sure just yet. But Hazard has picked it up here, gets tackled outside the box. Baldanzi and Hazard again, just wide of the right-hand post. I mean, he could have made me eat my words then. If there's a time and a place for Hazard to step up, it is in this game. And Sylvain Hefty has been injured, which isn't good to see. I think we're going to bring in Sabelli rather than Dragusin. I think just a little bit more athletic compared to Dragusin. Although Dragusin has got more potential to bring in, but Sabelli will bring him in. He's an older, experienced player coming onto the pitch. Hopefully, he can stay calm and composed. And talking of Eden Hazard, he's injured on the 42nd minute. So, I mean, there is Alejandro Gomez. But I think this is Bungard territory. I think it's Bungard time. Let's bung him on the pitch. And to be honest, 0-0 so far. It's not the worst result in the world at all, is it? Although 2 injuries is pretty horrifying to see. I mean, at least it wasn't Baldanzi or Retegui. So, Di Lorenzo runs into the box. Kvaratskhelia blocked in front of goal. I mean, I think I'm just pronouncing his name completely wrong as well. So, if there's anyone from Georgia that's watching, please let me know how to pronounce his name properly. As De Gea collects the ball quite confidently here. Is that the end of the highlight? Or was it just a cross? It was just a cross. Now, tactically, Napoli are coming back into the game. They are kind of dominating us as well. So we're going to drop into a balanced formation mentality just to see how we are going. I mean, it's a tough last 3 games of the season to play, especially with playing Lazio as well. As down the right-hand side, Elmas, Politano and De Gea gratefully clutches the ball to his chest. And it's never-ending, this. Absolute never-ending. You know what, let's go back to positive. Let's stick to our game plan. Unless we concede, then we probably have to go for that. That's a goal. Oh, just wide by Osimhen. I think, do we push our tactic with the 3 up front? I'm not too sure just yet. I mean, yeah, they're not setting the world on fire. Sanchez could be playing better. Maybe we are missing Malinowski after all. Sabelli to Frendrup. Just signed a 5-year contract as well, Frendrup. So he's here for the future. Midfield is a position that we need to focus on in the next transfer window. As Retegui gives it to Sanchez, to Baldanzi. I mean, Rui just stops it on the line. Not on the line, but you know what I mean. Sabelli crosses it in. Retegui. He loses out in the air. Lindstrom, it's Napoli's breakaway now. I mean, someone wants to close him down. Sanchez has tracked him all the way back as Baldanzi sets us off on another highlight. Frendrup, ball over the top, wasn't good enough to Retegui. We're in trouble here. Lindstrom, that's 1-0. It's gone just wide. 20 minutes to go. I mean, it's end-to-end stuff now, isn't it? I mean, Baldanzi and Bungard. As Retegui heads it clear and Osimhen heads it on. I mean, can we settle for this? I mean, I think we can. But Baldanzi, he can come off for Junior Messias. I mean, Retegui hasn't been great. Sidney Van Hooijdonk, we're going to bring you in. Frendrup for Badauge. Strootman will move you in. Unless we go a little bit unorthodox. Maybe. And we'll have 2 shadow strikers, I think, just to go into the channels over here. Hoydonk, just be a target forward up front. That's who we're going to aim for going forward. I mean, we get the instructions on the go as well. There is 10 minutes to go. Out of possession. I mean, that's fine. We're just going to drop it down slightly. We'll take these off. Distribute to the target man. Long kicks as well. Cut out the midfield where we could potentially lose out the ball. 10 minutes to go, however. We're going to fire him up. We don't need to. But we're in 5th. Very happy with that. As Aaron with the free kick. Lovato loses out. This is trouble. Raspadori, it's 4-on-1. I mean, they've dropped back very nicely. A bit worried about the right-hand side over there. I mean, who dove in then? Sabelli. This is bad news. No, is he offside? I'm hoping he's offside. He looked a little goal hangy to me there. I mean, have we been undone by this? We'll find out. Has been disallowed. I mean, it did look a little bit dangerous. I think he was... Yeah, he was miles offside. Absolutely miles offside there. And it's not over. One more highlight. Lindstrom. It's been headed clear. Oliveira. Lobotka. Casale. No. Oh, what a terrible goal to concede. Oh, it just looped up over him. Oh, who was that with his big head on it? Papetti. Oh, Papetti, you've broken hearts here, lad. Oh, that's really sad. 90th. Oh, we gotta stop conceding these late goals. 93rd minute. Terrible goal to concede. But I suppose that is the last live match of the episode and the season 1. I mean, Napoli go top. We've got one more game to play against Milan. That's just going to be just a quick update at the end of it. Hefty's out for 7 weeks. I think he's actually out of contract as well. He's out of contract. Do we keep him around? I mean, I'm not fully sure. He could be a backup right back, but that's not a decision to make just yet. Hazard's out for 7 weeks. That's his season over with us. I mean, how's he done? 13 appearances, 1 player of the match, 3 assists. Yeah, it's not the worst. He's here mainly because of our dynamic screen now. He is a team leader, so very good to have him up the other end of the pitch. With Strootman and Badalj as well. Now, Badalj is out of contract at the end of the season. I mean, he's 35 years old, 43,000 a week. We can trigger a contract extension, but I don't want to pay that wage if we're being absolutely honest here. 16 to 23. I mean, if we can get him to come down to about 12,000, be very happy to keep him around purely for morale. Oh, but that's a gutting way to lose that game. I'll see you at the end of the episode and potentially the series season review. Some positive news. Torino have just lost their game against bottom of the table Cagliari. Patagna getting the goal for them. Is he actually out of contract? It's on loan from Monza. So it looks like we have guaranteed ourselves Europa League football if I'll get a new item here. Genoa qualify for the Europa League. Fantastic achievement. There's no point giving an update on the last game of the season. Hopefully we get a lot of money to spend in the next transfer window. A couple of little sneak peeks. Jose Cordoba, Panamanian, Centre-back, I mean, he's 6'2". He just looks really good. 15 tackling, 13 heading, 15 jumping, 17 strength. Good player. Looking at the scout report on him as well. Good Serie A signing and could improve slightly as well. Enjoys big matches. Is he consistent? Don't know just yet on this. We'll get another scout report on him. But he's one to potentially come through. Lorenzo Luca is another player that we are looking at. And then there's a couple more on our list here. Salvatore Esposito. Would love to bring him into the club. We're going to get another scout report on you. He'll be fantastic. We want to build our midfield to make it a lot stronger than it has been. I mean, there's Maxime Esteve at centre-back. Not too sure about this guy. I mean, 6'4". You know what? Yeah, we'll get a scout report on you. And Diego Coppola. Maybe don't need another centre-back, but it'll be good to have if we are getting into Europa League. He's a player on our wish list as well. But anyway, we have qualified for the Europa League. Fantastic stuff. Let's get to the end of season review. Now, this is kind of a reason why I didn't want to get Champions League football. The club vision was to qualify for the Europa League conference, and we've completed that 6 years ahead of schedule. I mean, success isn't always great in Football Manager. I mean, we've qualified for the Europa League, which is fantastic. Media prediction of 18th. I mean, we've greatly overachieved there. Transfers, yeah, they've been good. Very good. Obviously, because I've just finished in 6th position. But if we'd have got into the Champions League, I'd have been so scared of my life. Gradual success is what we want. 6 years ahead of schedule. Yeah, not too happy, if I'm being honest. But yeah, just wanted to give a little update on that. 6 years ahead of schedule is crazy. It just means that there's more pressure on us now to succeed. Hopefully the board can back us. As Josh Wander, go on mate, give us the money. So this is a task at hand for next season. We've been given a transfer budget of war chest, absolute war chest, of 2.37 million. Watch out, Serie A and Europa League. Here we go. So we finally made it. The end of season review for Genoa Cricket and Football Club Season 1. What a journey. What an absolute journey. We've made a fair few transfers. Going through here, I think, have they given Sidney van Hooijdonk the top transfer? I think they have. Let's have a look at Sidney van Hooijdonk, not Pierre van Hooijdonk, as I did say before. Free kick taking 16, penalty taking 16. I feel like they've dropped a little bit, wasn't it? 17 for free kick taking. All round, just a good squad player for the team. We spent, was it 1 million on him? 950,000. You know what? 21 appearances in the Serie A, 2 player of the matches, 3 assists, 4 goals. Yeah, can't moan too much at that. Other transfers that we did bring in, Tommaso Baldanzi. It's only given a C here. He's had a very good season, 32 appearances, 7 goals, 8 assists. He's 21 years of age. I mean, we spent little to nothing on him. I think it's like a 1 million up front, 1.2 million up front, with a couple of player exchanges in there as well. I expected him to be our signing of the season, but also a player like David De Gea. He has been given an A+. He's going to be vital going into the Europa League. He's 33 years of age. We don't need another goalkeeper for another couple of years, I don't think. Coach report, still a good Serie A player, consistent performer, relishes big matches. Definitely one to keep around for the first team. Someone like Eric Sanchez, free transfer that came in. Would I be happy moving him on? Potentially. 14 appearances in the Serie A, 1 player of the match, 3 assists, 2 goals. He's 24 years of age. He's a non-EU spot for the club. I think moving forward we need better centre midfielders, but I'm happy for him to be just a squad player as we do go forward. Eden Hazard. What else can I say about Eden Hazard? He may go. I may get rid of him. If we can get anywhere near this kind of valuation for Eden Hazard. I mean, he's been fined. 30,000 a week is a little much though, that I am prepared to pay going forward, seeing his performances as well. 13 appearances, 1 player of the match, 3 assists, 6.94. I mean, statistically and attributally, he's a very good player. May just keep him around if he can agree to reduced terms. Matteo Lovato, I've been happy with him. 6.88 would suggest otherwise, but good centre back. There is a player that I have seen coming back off loan, Paolo Gozzi, so he'll be kind of jostling for the centre back position as well. And Jose Martinez, I mean, he's 26 years of age. He is the De Gea understudy, not as good. He kept 5 clean sheets in 19 appearances, which isn't great, where De Gea kept 7 clean sheets and conceded 8 goals less. Yeah, De Gea is a fantastic pickup for the squad. Moments to remember. Genoa won the competition surprise packages, constantly defying expectations and owing largely to an impressive spell of form between January and April, which we went, I think it's like an 8-game winning streak. Saw them rise to 4. We were able to celebrate a successful campaign. Now looking like this, Torino just lost out last game of the season. Bologna have overtaken them. So some big teams out of the top 6 here. So Torino, not really the big team, but Atalanta, Inter, Juventus, 14th place for Juventus. As we can see, Cagliari, Hellas Verona and Lecce all got relegated. That's annoying as well. I wanted Empoli to get relegated. I think they got a player that I quite like the look of. Do they? Was I thinking on the right team? No. Maybe it's Lecce who wanted to get relegated. Regardless, fantastic season. How many games did we lose overall? We lost 12, won 19, we drew 7, plus 12 goal difference. Board are giving us an A+ for this season, but you know we reached at least reached the Conference League 6 seasons ahead of schedule. So yeah, other moments to remember. Biggest win, the 6-3 win against Empoli. God, if only you could see that Retegui goal again. What a stunning goal that was. Match to remember as well in the Serie A, a 3-1 win against Bologna. And goal of the season. Oh, here we go. Retegui hits a volley from 29 metres. Maybe we'll find it at some point. Finances wise, we still had 3-star national team. That's fine. Sponsorship has gone up. I mean, it's saying NA here, probably because of the updated database. Yeah, we need more money coming into the club. Shirt sold, Retegui. I'm still waiting for his shirt to arrive. Hazard, Papa Gomez, De Gea and Sanchez. Now that's lovely to see. So 4 of the top 5 shirts were signings that we brought in. And all of them are on a free as well. Lovely stuff to see. Seeing how we lined up, this was probably the most consistent tactic that we did. The 4-3-2-1 AM, DM narrow. I really liked it. I found it was interesting with the passing through the middle. As we can see, De Gea, hefty. He has signed a new contract with us. A couple, was it a 3-year contract, £1,000 more a week. He's done alright. He'll be a good backup going forward. Lovato and Papetti. Starman Papetti. Big season next season for him. He's only 21 years of age. Very happy. Aaron, you know what? Very disappointed in Aaron. He's 27 years old. He has some transfer value there as well. He may be one that we do move on to make room for more transfers coming into the club. Strootman, 34 years of age. Fantastic mentals. He's high up in our dynamics as well for the squad. Out of contract next season. I did offer a new contract to Badelj, who turned it down. He's on 43,000 a week. I did offer him 10,000. We'll see if he accepts it closer to the end of the month, but Strootman is a guy that we want to keep around. Again, he won't be a first choice next season, but he should be there or thereabouts as a squad rotation player. Ruslan Malinovsky, unfortunately, his career died. He did his interior cruciate ligaments. Rest in peace, Malinovsky. Enjoy your 10-month out. Yeah, can't say any more than that. Frendrup signed a new 5-year deal. couple of months before the season ended. Very good. You know, he's dropped in as a DM on a ball-winning midfielder, and also as the centre midfield position as well. 22 years of age, now he's 23. Yeah, again, may not be a first teamer next season, but definitely good enough to be a squad player. And Baldanzi, love him, absolutely love him. This guy's fantastic. 15 dribbling, 15 first touch, 16 technique, 16 off the ball, 16 vision, 15 decisions, 15 determination. The list goes on. Fantastic player, as I mentioned, probably my signing of the season. 7 assists, 7 goals in 31. Well done, Tommaso Baldanzi. Hazard, we've mentioned, he may be going. And Retegui, still waiting for your shirt. He's on a decline at the minute. Not too happy about that, but 23 goals and 3 assists in 35 Serie A appearances. 3 years left on his contract. If we can find another player as good as him, and has he got a release clause? Please don't say he's got a release clause. Right, no release clauses here. He's wanted by Milan, Fiorentina, who won the league this season, Inter, Lazio, Napoli, and then the Madrid powerhouses of Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. Don't want to get rid of Retegui. How much would you sell him for? Let me know down below. I think it's got to be at least a £30-40 million bid. We won no awards. I should be manager of the season. 18th to 6th. Can't say much more than that. But fans player of the season, Retegui, also goal of the season and top goal scorer and most player of the match awards and the highest average rating. Lovely to see that. Young player of the season was Frendrup. Signing of the season was Sidney van Hooijdonk. I think him and Baldanzi should be vying for that. Maybe it's the price tag that we paid. 8 assists in total for Baldanzi, and most passes completed per 90 was Johan Felipe Vazquez. It's probably going to be one to move on. But he's Mexican, maybe him and Eric Torres have a nice friendship, so who knows. Genoa, everything to a rampant spell of form to finish the season. Nobody could keep pace. It was fantastic. We won loads of games. And Alan Maturo, he's been on loan at Standard Liège. He was in the next gen wants to watch list. We're putting him into our first team for next season. I think he can do a job. 19 years of age. Has he got a secondary nationality of Italian? Fantastic stuff. Lovely to see it. We won 7 matches in a row just before the end of the season finished. Now, well, a bit too zoomed in. Fantastic first season. We're going to have a tough season next season, I fear, but if you've enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, share with anyone that you think would enjoy this save in Serie A. It's been 100 years since we've won something. We're in Europe. Let's see what the future brings. And I'll see you for a transfer special for season 2. Goodbye.